All the frogs seeing wide, get a clear view. People coming with the tides like we church and pew. Haters putting them aside, yeah, I often do. Some claiming to be friends, but...
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and welcome back to my channel. Got something new. Old. New to me, old to a lot of people. X-Transbots Master Mini Series Ollie. It's the MM-IV Plus. I think this is their reissue because they had some problems with the first one. This is, of course, Wheelie. I'm not gonna call him Ollie no more. But this is Wheelie masterpiece version, and he looks off the bat. He looks pretty good. He looks like a good representation. This is the box. You don't get anything special. Normal X-Transbots box. Little. Got the tech specs on the back. You put the little decoder over. Got some images of other figures that they've brought out, I believe, already. And that's pretty much it. Those guys. So let's get to the accessories. And well, first let me see the initial thoughts of this figure. It looks great. I think it's a great representation of a masterpiece Ollie. I don't know if anybody could do it any better as far as the looks wise. It does have a lot of issues. The other one had a lot of issues. We'll get to that in a minute. But we get a book. Also, it comes in robot, but I'm doing it from robot because the directions do it from the car. You know, I like to do it from the mode that it does not come in, and usually. But if the directions are trash, which I'm not sure if these directions are trash, I just didn't use them because they went from car to robot. Which I don't understand companies. If you pack the thing in robot mode, please have the directions in the mode that it's in to the mode that it's going to. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense to have it like this. It's brand new. You don't know what's going on. So get that out of here. That's my little soapbox. Got the card, of course, normal stuff. You get another face that really doesn't, I don't know the difference. I don't know if you can see it in the bag. I don't really want to take it out. I'm gonna lose it, but there's really not much difference to me. Maybe it's just an extra face, just in case this one falls off. Who knows? And what I found interesting is I know some people got replacement thighs because the thighs chip the paint. I got a screwdriver to replace them because there's Phillips screws, and this is a little Phillips. So I'm assuming that's why they put that in there. And usually you're supposed to get the thighs. I don't know if they took the thighs out at the factory, if the company took it out and gave it to somebody else because they needed replacement parts. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't have thighs, and mine's chipping a little bit. The paint on this guy just ain't the greatest. The build isn't either. But I hear it's better than it was before. So then you get this clear. At first I put it on there, but it didn't look right to me with the other paint, the little peach paint. It's more peachy in person. Looks more orange. This is like a more peach color, and then an orange, and it looks a little darker. I probably should color grade these videos, but you just want to see the figure. Also comes with his slingshot, which is in his hand. No string. Probably would have been cool to have a string, but then again, it was energy, so maybe not. And he has a gun. Never knew the purpose of having a gun and a slingshot at the same time because he needs two hands to use a slingshot. But I digress. That's me. I put it in there. And they go in, it's just like a peg. Just like going in a fist, like a regular, you know. And the gun goes in the same way, just pegs in. You can see them up close, I guess. Nothing spectacular. Got some paint on there. Sculpt is okay. Let's get to this guy. So now that he's in robot mode, I'm going to be able to do articulation first and compare him to some other figures. Articulation wise, his head goes all the way around. Looks up like that, doesn't look down that much. His arms go around. These joints are kind of tight, and I see tolerances are a problem. He has all this stuff. I mean, I'm still happy with the figure as far as how it looks, but this is just some gripes. These are separated. I can't seem to, they don't go in. There's just a gap there. And there's a lot of flash, it seems. There's some like weird things going on, like there's not paint there, but there's paint in that little crevice where I think they were painting it. And I think this shiny plastic, I'm not sure if it's painted or not, but the thighs are die cast, so you know you gotta do die cast paint well. And what happens is it looked like they painted the outside before assembly, and they didn't paint it, or they painted it all after assembly. They didn't paint separate pieces, because you can see the die cast in there that's not painted. Let me see what else. His paint is weird on his thighs. It's like speckled. You know, if you paint or ever painted before, you know you can get those speckles if it's not a smooth paint job. It has some chipping. Now all this stuff is just, I just want to point it out. I know people are particular about their figures. All this stuff doesn't really bother me, but I'm just pointing it out because I know a lot of people it will bother, and you know, they may want to wait. So let's get back to articulation. Like I said, the arm goes around, but it's really tight and it's a ball joint. I would be careful. The plastic doesn't feel the greatest, but he has like a double jointed elbow that gets a little more than 90 degrees. Has his all the fingers are together, and then the thumb doesn't really pose. His fist turns around. He has the bicep swivel. He can get the splits, and he can get up a little bit. This does get out the way, but you got to maneuver it, and it's mainly for transformation. You got to push it up, but it's really this part. I don't know if you can get this out the way or not. You can unhinge it probably, but as you can see, he gets that much backwards, but you can lift these. Let me see. Can lift these up and get him all the way so he can look like he's running. Has knee bend. It's about 90 degrees because of this. You can get this out the way. So if you lift that up, you can get more than 90. But as you can see, you gotta lift this up. And he has a thigh swivel right here. But then it's up at the joint too. He can swivel, and that's used for transformation as well. His kneecaps go over. His knee is like double jointed because you have to try to get it out the way. His feet don't have that much articulation. He can get a little toe. He gets a little up and a little down. To me, it's enough though, I believe, because he's a mini bot. So now let me compare him to some of the other mini bots. So we got Powerglide, Cosmos. Everybody's falling. A lot of times when figures fall on my table, it's because this table is like soft, so I can't really get a good stance. And we got Sea Spray, and we got Bumblebee. So he's about the same height as, let me see if I can put Bumblebee over here. He's about the same height as Bumblebee. Let's get into transformation. Transformation can be a little tricky. Hopefully, I've only done it once, but hopefully I've mastered it. It's not that hard, but it's just a little bit tricky. So let's get these hands in first, of course. The normal hand formation. Make sure the fingers are down or it won't go in. Yeah. Palms first. That's it. So palm up. I don't know if I did this one that way. No, I did palm down and it fit fine. I guess either way, however you can get it to fit. So let's get these. I pull these forward just to get them out the way so you can get this backpack. You got to try to kind of flex these wheels. Flex them out because there's a little tab. There's a tab there. You can see that tab. I flex one at a time, and then you can try to pull it, but sometimes this goes back. So you flex it, push it out. So then you get the backpack all out. Backpack's out. You want to turn this and push the head in. It'll go. It doesn't rub or anything, but sometimes depending on what angle you have it in, it does. So you just got to get it at the right angle. And put that in the chest. Pull this all the way out. It's like on a double hinge. Hinge there, hinge there. Get a little closer. Like I said, it's a hinge there, a hinge here, and a hinge here. So you want to get it all the way as far out so you can work with it. Now these you pull out on sliders because you're going to start the back. Then I start to get this. I pull these over. You can try to line these up. So I pull them over so I can. It's how the arm is normally. You can tell by the paint. So just pull these over. And get this. You flex this a little bit around. Then you flip this out. Do the same over here. It's not too bad. I had to flex it a lot before, but I guess it's loose now. So good thing or bad thing. So you got all that. Now flip these arms up, and these nubs are going to be on the outside. So you want to you can just flip them around like this and have it up. And just get this out the way as much as possible. As you can see, it's a little clearance, a little bit of clearance going on. And you want to, these should be over as far as they can go. They're over. So it's there'll be some clearance issues. Then you should be able to accordion this like this. And as you see, it went in and the arms are where they should be or about to be. Now you can put the slingshot goes here and it kind of fills out that back. I think that's pretty cool. It stores it and it gives it a little, gives it a little fill out. So I don't even know, let me see if you can, yeah, you can do it even more. So it's like kind of sticking out, kind of like exhaust or I don't know, something. But I don't want to do it too much because it stays in fine like that. Then these, the little nubs that I said have out, they go on this peg right there. Put it in this peg. They don't stay real good. I know the old one, it was just, they just had tension. But once you do that, then you can close this, kind of keeping it together somewhat. Make sure this is right. This right now is not right. So that'll help. If you got this in there where it's supposed to go, it's not pushing sideways. It helps with this back. So that's how you want the arms. Now these legs can be a little tricky. A little tricky. What you want to do is lift the skirt up all the way. Get all these, well, first we want to turn the screws. They're in the back. They should be facing sideways like that. But then this should be facing like this. So the feet are pointing in. Do that over here. Sideways. Then turn at the thigh swivel and face it that way. Because then you're preparing. You want to break all this stuff out. Break that out. Break this out. I just leave it like that. Fold this foot up, and then you fold this up in here like this, because it's, then you want that double jointed knee, you want it on this joint up here. Like you fold it down, but you want it down as far as it can go, and then fold it in, because this foot is gonna be around there, these openings. It's like hollow, so that skirt fits in those openings. Then you move this up, move to it, and this is the kind of hard part, because you got to get it exactly right. Then you can move this up, because that's the front of the car. But you just got to maneuver this stuff. This pin goes into a little hole right there. Not even a hole. I think it's just, yeah, it is a hole. So you can put that in there like that, and that's fine. But it's up here that I don't know if I'm doing it right, because it doesn't fit. Well, it fits well then, but then you'll see one side, it's not really straight. If you can tell, it's not really all the way straight, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's what I'm doing wrong, but let's tackle the other side. So we'll see it again. So move this, bend this in, move this feet up. Then as you're moving this, you want to try to move the actual foot up and in. Make sure everything is good. And then you can move this up here. Get this, make sure this is right. Move this like that. Make the front of the car. And now you can try to get this in here, because it's like kind of like a guide. So you get that in there, then you can work on this front. And this is, like I said, this is the issue. Okay, well, that was the smoothest it's ever went. Still not together right, and that's it. So articulation, you have, it rolls well. These are plastic wheels. You can store the gun right there. So he's kind of Cybertronian, so it's the gun doesn't look that stupid. I think on regular cars sometimes it looks dumb, but yeah, it's not too bad. Not at all. So you get this little, you can get all this stuff together. I think you see the under, it's pretty hollow. It is light. It does have some die cast. Like I said, his legs are die cast, so it does make it feel a little bit more premium. But that's it. So I'll compare it to this, because that's what I have in vehicle mode. So you see where that compares in vehicle mode. Let's bring that out. So yeah, this is X-Transbots Wheelie, Masterpiece Wheelie. It's a good representation. If you're okay with the issues, I recommend it for how it looks. But I do know it does have those issues that I pointed out. All right, leave me a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, please, if you enjoy Transformers content or tech content or discussions about various subjects. Doesn't matter. You know, I do a variety of things. So I'll get up with y'all in the next one.
Ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.